welcome back to another video with your girl. And today's video is just gonna be me talking about my story of me having a rainbow baby. I've had I've known that I had a rainbow baby. I knew I had a rainbow baby. I just didn't know exactly what a rainbow baby was. Like, my sister told me, but then, like, I really didn't think about it. But then, like, her birthday is coming up in August, and I was just thinking about it more, so I searched it up, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like, and so then, so this story, I'm gonna try to, like, make this video, like, short, not too long. And so, sorry, excuse, I'm in a different place of recording. I'm in my kids' room right now, so my kids are playing, and then my baby's asleep right now, and they're with their dad. So yeah, let me get back to the story. So I'm gonna tell y'all a bit of the miscarriage that I had, and then I will let y'all know about my rainbow baby and why. A rainbow baby basically is you getting pregnant after you have a miscarriage. And that's what happened with me. I had a miscarriage back in 2016. In August 25th, 2016, I had a miscarriage. I had a little boy. His name was Angel. And I was almost, I was 4 months. So I had him around 18 weeks. But let me tell you the story real quick. So it was July 3rd. I was at church. I was pregnant about like 2 or 3 months. No, 2 weeks. 2 months pregnant. So I was at church. I was in the church service was about to end, and all of a sudden I was in pain, and the pain, I just couldn't bear. I couldn't handle the pain, so I had to sit down, and everyone was standing up, and I felt uncomfortable, so I was just like, I'm just gonna sit down. I'm in pain. I'm pregnant. Whatever, right? So I sat down, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta pee, and then I was like, okay, the church was over, and so I got up, and I went downstairs, and I go to the restroom. I'm walking to the restroom, and then all of a sudden I felt like I was peeing on myself, but I didn't know if I was peeing on myself or not. So when I got to the restroom, like, I saw my cousin go, and I, like, passed her, and I was just like, and then I went into the restroom, and I got so scared once I got to the stall because, like, I looked down and I was just bleeding, and I had thought I thought I peed on myself, but it was just blood. And so I got so scared, and I told my cousin. I was just like, oh my gosh, help me, like, I don't know what to do, I'm pregnant, I'm bleeding. And next thing you know, like, everyone heard me. There was blood on the floor. They were just like, call 911. They called 911. My cousin was on the phone with 911. The ladies there overheard what was going on, and they were like, lay down, you have to lay down, you have to put your legs up. And I was wearing a dress, so, I felt it run down my legs, and I opened the stall. They were helping me and everything. And next thing you know, I had made this huge scene at church with the fire truck and EMS and a lot of people in the restroom, and they made everyone get out of the restroom, and I was in there with all the fire department, all the firemen, and all of a sudden EMS came and took me away. They took me to a hospital, and they did a few tests on me, and they told me I was in a high risk of having a miscarriage. So after I left the hospital, I went home. They did tell me to, just be careful, you need to relax and bed rest and all that. And I just knew I couldn't because I didn't have my partner at the time. It was just me and my 2 kids, and just a lot was going on that year, so I'm not going to go into detail, but I couldn't just let my kids do whatever they wanted. So like they needed my help. So I had to do so much, overwhelming, and I knew I was going to have a miscarriage. I still went and got checked by my doctor, my OBGYN, and he told me that there's nothing he can do to help me stop the bleeding, just nothing he can do basically. So I bled for 2 months. I had blood clots. I was in pain, and it's just a lot that I was going through, and I knew I was having a miscarriage, and I was just like, I can't deal with this anymore, like, you know, I wish I could have had the baby, you know, full term, but, you know, things happen for a reason. So the night of August 24th, 2016, I was in pain again, and so much pain that my stomach, I was literally contracting a lot. Like from August 24th that night till August 25th, I was in so much pain. So I went to the doctor the next morning on August 25th, and I told my sister-in-law, I'm like, hey, you know what, I'm going to the doctor, I'm going to the hospital because I'm in so much pain, I can't take it anymore, I'm contracting a lot, and I haven't slept. And I drove myself to the hospital, and I told her she could take my kids to school, you know, and then I went to the doctor, I went to my OBGYN, I wanted him, you know, if anything happened, I wanted to go to him. So I went all the way up North Austin, and they literally did an ultrasound. They basically told me I was having a miscarriage, and I was just like, I know I'm having a miscarriage. So then they did an ultrasound, looking more, you know, just checking the baby, the placenta, everything, and my uterus, and they told me, you know, you're having a miscarriage. They printed out 2 pictures, and this is what they gave me. This is my miscarriage little box that they gave me. And so they gave me pictures. They did try to revive the baby, if I'm saying it correctly, revive him after I had him, and they couldn't. So yeah, so this is my first miscarriage. So I'm going to show y'all the things that I got in the box. They gave me this little knitted quilt, little blanket, quilt blanket, and then this was what he was wrapped in. This little, I don't know what it's called really, but that's what they wrapped him in after, and I would hold him in that. But let me show y'all the ultrasound. So this is the ultrasound, and then right here is the date. I don't think y'all can see the date, but I'll show y'all other stuff. So this is the ultrasound. Okay. And then this is the hat that he wore. That's how small his hat was. And these are pictures of, they took pictures of him. But let me show y'all something real quick. I really liked how they did this. This was his fingerprints, his hand prints, and his feet prints. That's how tiny he was. And they did little cards, gone but not forgotten, and then just, you know, did a little cute little card for me. And so, you know, I have pictures, so I'm not very, you know, but I have pictures. So these are pictures of my baby. Okay. and she really wanted to do like a photo shoot, so that's how she did that. That was my baby. And that's him with the ultrasound. I can hold it upwards so y'all can see. Sometimes it's hard for me, sometimes it isn't, but it was just hard. I don't want to cry or anything, but yeah, so let me just get back to the story. Oh, and they also gave me like a James Avery little heart thingy that he was holding in one of the pictures. I didn't know they did this kind of stuff. Since it is my first miscarriage, they give you like this little heart and a heart cut out inside the heart. And yeah, I think that's really sweet that they did all this for me. And you know, for the mothers that have miscarriages in general. But yeah, so I had him August 25th, 2016. Yeah, and I had him cremated. And I will show you that as well. So here he is. This is his little vase, and you can see this is date of birth, August 26, 2016. So yeah, I thought I literally couldn't get pregnant after my miscarriage. A lot of people have a really hard time getting pregnant, and I literally thought I couldn't. So I wasn't trying or anything, but 4 months later I found out I was pregnant again, and I was in shock. I was just like, oh my god, like, yeah. So I was excited but shocked at the same time, because I thought, I was like, I don't want to go through the same thing with the miscarriage. I didn't want to go through the pain and suffering, and you know, if I had to go through another miscarriage. And so then I was like, you know what, I need to go to my OBGYN doctor again, the same one that delivered my miscarriage. When I had the miscarriage, I was in so much pain. I was on so many drugs that I literally thought I was gonna pass out and die, because that's how much of drugs I was on, because I couldn't handle the pain. Like, over all the drugs that they gave me, I was still in pain. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I found out I was pregnant, and my delivery date was September 7th, 2017. I found out I was having a baby girl, and my doctor didn't want me to go through the same thing I did with my miscarriage. So he started me on progesterone shots every week. So he gave me the shots on my butt, and he will give one to me every week, left, and then my right side and the left. And it hurt so bad, but it was so worth it, because I didn't want to go through having a miscarriage. I didn't want to have to go through the suffering, you know. I was being so strong for my baby and everything. So August 25th, 2016, when I had my miscarriage, I didn't know that I was going to end up having my baby girl on August 25th. I ended up having my baby girl on the same day I had my miscarriage, which was like so crazy, because at the time when I had the baby, like, I told everyone, I told my family, my sisters, and everyone. The only person that knew that I had my baby the same day as my miscarriage my baby boy was my sister, and she texted me, and she was just like, "Oh my gosh, you had her the same day you had Angel," and she was just like, and I was just like, "I did." She's like, "Yeah," and I was like so excited and so shocked, and I was just like, "This is like my miracle baby. This is something that I never thought would happen to me." There was so many emotions going on, running through my body, running through my head, everything. So I was excited and sad, but excited because I had her, and it felt great because like I felt him and I felt her, and I left the hospital with my baby girl. And yeah, so experiencing through this and having to know that you're having a rainbow baby, but it's just so crazy the story behind it, and how the things that we go through is just, as mothers in general, I think it's just a great thing to go through, because you get to, you know, just share your story, you know, and I'm glad that I got to share mine with y'all. I wanted to share the story to someone. I've always shared it with my family and friends, and and sometimes I forget that she is my rainbow baby, but my gosh, she's just the cutest, beautiful baby ever. So is Angel, and I'm glad that God gave me another chance to have my baby, and she's my miracle baby. I always say she's my miracle baby, my rainbow baby. Even though I didn't know that I had a rainbow baby until my sister, explained it to me. And then I kind of started YouTubing, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what is a rainbow baby? What is a rainbow baby? But you know what? A rainbow baby is just a gift from God. And it's just a great gift that I don't know how to explain it. I'm not really good at explaining, but I'm just happy that I got to share this story with y'all. I really am. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this story. Y'all want to know anything else about, oh my gosh, excuse me, just comment down below and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This is just I just feel like it's a wonderful story, my story. But yeah, she's about to be, I wanted to share this story also because she's about to turn 2 years old on August 25th, and I always end up thinking about my baby boy too, because he was born the same day, and I had her like 9 months, like no, a year later the same day. So it's like, so yeah, so I guess this is the end of the story, and I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Oh, and then I named her Penelope. I named her Penelope Vega. Novali Vega. Penelope Novali Vega. And yeah. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, the story behind it, the timeline, everything. But yeah, that is my story, and I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Give this video a thumbs up once again. Subscribe to my channel. Comment down below. and I will see y'all next time, guys. So, bye.